Good morning again. So this is Mrs. Perry. I just wanted to go over the writing portion for the NTI packet number 4. So in that packet, it is going to be talking about a time that we all lost a tooth. So by this point in their life, I think by now we should have lost a tooth, right? Okay, so our topic is about losing a tooth. So let's look at our Foursquare. Okay. So we're going to write some complete sentences about a time we lost our first tooth. Okay, so there we already see our topic sentence. Our topic sentence is what we're going to write down and to kind of get the reader to understand that this is what we're going to be talking about today. So this part right here is our topic sentence. So you're going to have that and you're going to write that. That's the very first sentence you're going to write on your next page. But this lets the reader know about what we're going to be writing about. So I lost my first tooth. If you want to change that topic sentence, that's totally fine. But we're going to be working on the second, third, and fourth square today. So we kind of want to introduce a time that we lost our tooth. And so second, third, fourth, you can talk about any time you lost whatever tooth you lost, okay? So now what we're going to do, we're going to switch gears and we're going to talk about a time we lost our tooth. Now, as good writers, we might want to introduce a time that, was kind of a problem. There was a conflict. I lost my first tooth, and it can be a small problem, right? So I lost my first tooth. My problem, it took forever for it to finally come out. It felt like it took forever. Some of you might have the same thing that happened, the same problem. It took forever for it to finally come out. Now, we kind of told the reader the problem. Now, we can go ahead and dazzle that up in just a second, but we're going to go ahead and kind of tell the third square is kind of talking about how we solved the problem. So it took forever for it to finally come out. During lunch, I bit down on a slice of pizza and it came out. There, I kind of already told you my solution. So it took forever for it to finally come out. During lunch, I bit down on a slice of pizza and it came out. Maybe in the fourth box, I kind of want to tell you how excited I am. I was so relieved that my tooth came out. Okay, good. Now you're telling me, okay, maybe right here in the second detail, we can tell the reader how we felt when it first was coming out. Okay, so that's where the problem lies. So let's go back to that one and let's talk about how we might have felt. It took forever to finally come out. I was so worried that it would never come out. Notice how we went back and we added a detail. We added a sentence. So now let's go to the third. During lunch, I bit down on a slice of pizza and it came out. Man, maybe I'm feeling excited. Wow. Let's go back. I'm going to erase that. I don't want to do I felt. I was so excited. Finally, it finally came out, guys. So now we're back on that fourth box right here, okay? I was so relieved that my tooth came out. Maybe I want to tell you what I'm going to do with my tooth. I put it under my pillow. Yeah. That sounds like a good sentence to me. Now I'm going to wrap up my sentence. Maybe I might ask my reader a question, or maybe I'll give a suggestion. I'm feeling a suggestion. I suggest you put your tooth under a pillow for the tooth fairy. Okay. Now here's what you're going to do. we're going to go back and reread this. I lost my first tooth. It took forever for it to finally come out. I was so worried that it would never come out. During lunch, I bit down on a slice of pizza and it came out. Wow, I was so excited. I was so relieved that my tooth came out. I put it under my pillow. I suggest you put your tooth under a pillow for the tooth fairy. Notice that key word, I suggest. We want to suggest the reader something. So now here's your next step, okay? You can go ahead and pause and write this down or work on your own ideas, but on the next paper, you are going to do these next steps. And what that looks like is this. You're going to read it. So I'm going to write down what you're going to do, okay? In that next box, on the next page, you are going to reread your Foursquare. So you're going to reread your Foursquare. That's step 1. Step 2 is to dazzle it up. We know what dazzle means. Add who, what, when, where, and why. Make sure each sentence has that. Then what you're going to do, you're going to reread your Foursquare sentence, you're going to dazzle that sentence, and then you're going to write it. Write it down. And last but not least, you are going to reread it one more time just to make sure, okay? Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And if not, I can't wait to see what you write about. Thanks, guys. See ya.